No one's gonna believe this place. No one's gonna believe all the hype that we're saying until they step
experience it. We'll be talking to the business owner and manager about how they can get some fresh business in here.
Damn right.
Do you hate being on camera more than you love money? That's the question. I know you're not crazy about it, but if you want butts in this place, you need to get on.
It's about to get real good. To get real good.
I promise you can come back and play with your friend, okay? We gotta get this show on the road. All right, here we go. Can I just say how incredibly awkward I feel with the people watching us that we're gonna talk about? Now we have like 4 smiling faces.
I'm used to talking to the camera, and the half the time I'm just looking over here. I'm not even
yeah.
looking at the microphone. It's not even picking up my voice.
Which show is this? We have so many.
Pitch session.
Pitch session, here we go.
You ready?
Bum, bum.
Here's how the pitch session works. A brand contacts us and gives us some information. We look through their social media sites and their website, and then we give 2 10-minute rapid-fire free rounds of marketing ideas and suggestions. They tell us all about who they are as a brand, what they do and what they offer their clients, what aspects of marketing they've already tried, and what their goal for their marketing is. There are several main avenues of marketing goals, including lead generation, creating a follower base, brand recognition, getting people in the door, and customer retention. And of course, while every business wants all of these, when it comes to marketing and social media posting and advertising, it's best to pick one and really lean into it as a goal for each campaign. All right, let's jump in.
Hi everyone, my name's Jason.
I'm Hilda.
And together we are EO7 Media. This is the pitch session. We are here today in St. Charles, Illinois at the beautiful and really esoterically amazing Industrial Treasures.
AKA cool ass store.
That's actually the brand. No, it's not. We are here on location and we're gonna actually talk to the business owners and go through what they've already done, what they do, like what they differentiate themselves from other stores, which no other businesses like this.
There really aren't any that are in the same vein.
Because we're crazy.
Vintage and antique items. That's an expansion on an antique store because we are much more than an antique or a vintage store. Furniture.
Fun gifts.
Collectibles.
And local artists.
Art.
Every time someone walks in and has this eureka moment that a person has now found a thing that their heart just explodes, the quintessential idea of what treasure is. And we've come across that so many times just in the year that I've been here. People have just been so delighted with what seems to be like actual treasure hunting.
When you come into the business, it is an experience from the get-go.
By and large, this store has a lot of unique items because we don't necessarily sell the same thing twice. So we can't really put this finger that says this is what we're selling as far as a product because it changes. But what we can offer is an experience. But they get to find that experience with different items each time they come in.
Store means different things to different people. Everyone experiences it a little bit differently.
Let's talk about our history with the store really quick because I think that's going to equivalate to what we're going for.
Sure.
We came here for an event.
Yes.
What happened when we walked in?
Well, when I walked in, it literally took my breath away and I started like almost squealing like a little girl. We were just flabbergasted at how interesting everything was, and I could not stop walking around and just staring at all the art and the cool stuff.
So it's different for every person. So we just have to create these different paths for different kinds of people. In a store like this, it's very nice to have the sections that are very well organized. It gives you almost a peace of mind. And we want to offer them something different each time.
I came here for an event and left with a need to come back.
The thing is that's the point though, is that everybody gets to experience the store differently. And there are a lot of people who have come from out of town and out of state, just continually like, I wish I lived closer.
And then I dragged my wife here and then she came in here and then she was gone.
She just disappeared.
That is the reaction that we get from people that really honestly fuels us.
We took a look at their socials and we wanted to really emphasize what they're already doing right and what might be possibly be done better.
And the website too.
And the website. Currently, Industrial Treasures is on a myriad of different platforms.
You've seen my TikTok, which is different than the store TikTok. We were workshopping a lot of stuff, and I think we've gotten into a rhythm that we actually kind of like and works well.
I'm a total fan of the Instagram because the Instagram is really culminating a vibe. They're doing things like cultivating concepts and fascinations and fandom. They have a great reputation online.
At the end of the day, I think like instead of jumping on trends and jumping on things, we'd rather be good.
Media exposure
Yeah,
would bring people in the door, and it has.
Very much agree with that.
Good morning. I'm in St. Charles at Industrial Treasures. This is one of the most eclectic collections I've seen, Diane Duell. I wonder what's in your brain when you're shopping. I was telling you and my producer I could do the entire segment on this table because it's so random what you pick. Look at that. And there are blueprints. There's all sorts of great stuff to find here. When we come back around town, we will have more from Industrial Treasures in St. Charles.
The biggest pain point for the brand is getting people in the store.
Physically.
Got it.
In the door.
In the door. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Once people are in here, and I'm going to let them describe this.
Because once they're in the door, they will create their own path of excitement.
So any idea that we kind of pitched today is going to be focused on the idea of, hey, you think this is awesome? You ain't seen nothing yet.
You got to
come
come in.
inside.
We'd like to increase our visibility so people know we're here.
We are kind of out of the way. Like it is off the beat
we're hard
path,
to
and
find.
there's not really a really great way to get people from 64 over to us. And the building itself is at the very end of Indiana,
Right.
1501 Indiana Avenue. Suite 1A.
All right,
You ready?
Here we go. Start.
I've fallen in love with their thank you. I've fallen in love with their Instagram because the Instagram is very cultivated and very curated to be fandom based.
Yes.
You know, there's like one Just Bears video, the Reading Rainbow song, which as soon as I heard the little notes, I was like, oh, we're going to see some books. And the books came and I'm like, this is perfect. On the website, there's a great video, the drone coming in. And to me, that's an excellent experience.
But is it on the website or is it on YouTube? Because I said it should be on
girl.
the website.
Thank
That's
you.
right. I was paying attention.
Okay, so that is on YouTube. The other thing about YouTube is they have a lot of videos, I believe 67 videos right now. What I think YouTube could be based better for, because they have a good funnel. Every marketing strategy is a funnel. And the top of the funnel is your social media platforms. This is where you don't have control. It's
Meaning
like
you have no control of what the
of who sees it.
Who sees it.
Yeah,
yes.
or how they see it,
Yes.
or when they see it.
Yes,
things
because
like
the
that.
algorithm has control.
Because of the algorithm. The idea is to pepper that in and get them lower on the poll. Now, YouTube can be considered a social media with this same idea that you can put yourself out there and hopefully people will see
But
it.
YouTube is way more important than any social media.
Yes, because YouTube acts as a library and it's also owned by Google.
Yep.
So anything you Google will automatically go to YouTube
Yep.
first before any other social media
Well,
platform.
it'll show up. So YouTube is going to be pushed because Google wants YouTube to be seen because it's the same company.
Right.
So they're going to come up on the search engine a lot higher if they have more YouTube videos.
So the YouTube videos right now, there is some playlist. I think cultivated playlists on YouTube is going to be pivotal because you can do things like just equines. All the horse, I'm seeing this out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah,
So
there's
like
a giant
just
life-size horse
horses,
over there, yeah.
And then every video that has a horse in it would be in here. Or like anything dealing with sports or anything dealing with antique furniture or anything dealing with local
Yep.
art, things like that. And the reason you would do this is because you, the business owners out there and behind here, you just have to know that every video or photo you put out there is going to be someone's first touch point with you. If someone's really into giant rocking horses, they want to see more of that. The next video in that playlist would be another horse video, and then another, and then another. Maybe you only have 4, but 4's pretty damn good for most stores probably having none. Having a cultivated collection of playlists allows for more visibility, but more than that, it allows for more retention.
And also SEO, because when somebody types in giant horse near me, like let's say there's a carnival coming and they want to display and they just want to rent it. Well, that's going to be hitting, and who knows what else they might pick
and
up.
who knows what else. Google has stopped the whole near me thing. Near me no longer really exists anymore.
You can type in near me, but odds are they're going to push the words that hit more than, because I do something near me and it's like it's giving me a Texas address. I'm like, what? No.
But one of the things that I really want to emphasize is that moving into 2026, we are seeing the advent and growth of AI. AI is blooming in the best and worst possible
Yep.
ways at the same time.
Aren't the stats like 95% of future anything is going to be AI?
Yeah,
like in the
a
next
lot
year?
of professionals are saying in the 90% range of social media influencers and or advertising is going to be AI.
Yep.
So completely fake. And what's going to stand out from this is going to be the authentic, real things. But like, how do you disassociate yourself from being real versus fake? You know, it used to be like, hey, you have a sixth finger,
Yeah.
but that's gone.
No, it's gone.
So,
But how you do it is by constantly putting yourself out there. You
Right.
know, like James and Diane, they like to talk about this and that. And so it's just like, put yourself on camera and talk about what's interesting to you, because that's what's going to be interesting to your potential client, is making that human connection,
Right.
not necessarily what they're selling.
Right.
That's just, I mean,
So,
it's a benefit too.
the good idea is having the pepperage of the product shots. Having the like, hey, look at this awesome glass set right over here.
Yeah.
We can talk about this glass set and how pretty it is. That's great for the product shots.
Yes.
But people aren't going to keep looking at those product shots over and over, especially from day to day. They want some variety, but they want human connection. And this, hands down, the videos that we at least connected with immediately, and we like to go through social medias like really quick first.
To see what catches
to see
our eye.
what catches our eye first. All of them had a face in it. All of them had some kind of human compatibility. And
Yep.
psychologically and scientifically speaking, the human psyche will connect with another human's face faster than anything else on the
Because
planet.
that's what we're programmed for.
Right.
We are programmed to come out of the womb and look at our mother's face so we can survive. That's why we're built for that. So when you look at all this on camera, the one thing that you're going to notice more than anything is if there's a human being in that shot.
Right. And people will gravitate more toward, like, if you're looking through a magazine and there's an ad for a car or a car with someone driving it, typically your emotions are going to connect with the person driving it, which brings
Even
us,
if it's subconscious.
even if it's subconscious. And that's what this all is. Which brings me to my next point, reaction theory. Reaction theory says the human experience, we would rather connect with someone's reaction of something than seeing the actual something. Anytime a movie or a TV show or story says, hey, this is important, this is how I want you to feel, they're going to cut away to someone reacting to it. So if a house is on fire and you cut away to someone crying, we know this is an emotional experience. But what if it cuts away to someone dancing and smiling? The point is to connect with a reactional statement. So how do you do that in marketing? You get people on camera, customers on camera. Granted, you have to do this delicately because you have to ask them
Yep.
and be courteous of it.
But I'm sure they have regular repeat customers that are
Bingo.
very chatty and they wouldn't mind being on cameras.
And ask them to say, hey, how did you feel walking through this? Or what did you think of the news section that we just made?
what caught
what's
your
your
eye
favorite?
today?
Yes, yes. Having that kind of reaction and then showing what they're talking about and then ending with their reaction is going to connect more on a human level than just showing the actual thing.
So when people are scrolling on social, it's going to be like, oh, Bob is one of our regular customers. He usually comes to pick up lamps for his condos that he's doing. But today he found this beautiful piece of art. So Bob, can you tell us why this art connected with you? He would never see art anywhere like this because it's so unique and all that. So getting that reaction is not only going to be beneficial to the human connection, but you have a customer testimonial,
Bingo. And then
which
it's
is
2 for 1,
extremely important.
which
Yes.
is far stronger on
Yes.
camera than it
and
is
you
written
can
down.
take that and put that on Google,
Bingo.
and YouTube, obviously.
3 last things. Seeing something, videos, images of it is great. I want to know about it. I want to know a little bit about it. I want to know the history. I want to know what it is. When we were talking ahead of time, I showed my gift. It is white rose tin, and he said these are very popular. Knowing a little bit of history about that would immediately make this more coveted. This was a gift from my best friend for my birthday, who he made a very Legend of Zelda little box that says dangerous to go alone. For my wedding, I gave my best man a custom knife, which over the years, him and I have both lost our knives, and it has devastated us both. So this year for my birthday, he got me an extremely nice knife and wanted to put it in an extremely nice box.
And he didn't want a generic box, so he
Correct.
came here.
He came here
and
for
you didn't
this.
even know it.
For this, yes. And he had no idea this was going to be here. He just knew something was going to be here. Education, awesome. A little bit of backstory goes a long way. Everything needs to be a story. Everything needs to be a customer story. A beginning, a middle, and an end. It does not need to tell a story like Joe went to the store, bought something, but telling a story of the customer experience each time will go savagely better than just showing the product. The product is a catalog. The story is what resonates emotionally. Last thing, this needs to be on every single video you have. You want people getting inside the door, you need to have a bird's eye shot of this location with a colored animated map leaving 64, saying Route 64, showing the line over here. Lastly, you need lights in the back over here that look like an awesome cafe to beckon people in.
Good timing. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, just to wrap it up.
I can explain that better if I had like a couple more seconds.
Okay, that's fine. We'll give you more time. So just to wrap it up, the lights and the map would be for what reason? Bird's
eye view of a map is to say, hey, look, we have no idea where your location is. It is hard to find. Every video needs to say, this is where you're at. Address is great, but people need to stop the video, type in. You can't copy and paste, which is what we're prone to do. You have to type it in, look back at the video. Sometimes it's going back. Give me a visual map of representation. Every description needs to have, your profile needs to have a link to the location. The location is vastly more important than just having another like link tree or anything else.
And on that note, I'm going to start mine before I forget, because that relates, that relates to your end. The location thing, for example, when I go run errands, I'm always looking for stores like this, okay? And this is off the beaten path. And I would be devastated if I didn't know the store existed. You know, when I first walked in, I was actually mad at you because I'm like, why didn't you tell me? So if I'm running errands in St. Charles, I'm like, what else can I see? But if I'm not aware that this place exists, so it's like, if I know that I've seen this place on TikTok and it's only a few blocks off of 64. So I'm like, oh, this is only like an extra 5 minutes out of my day and I get to see something exciting. That's why the map matters, because people don't know that they're driving by all the time. But if you make them aware that it's this close to the main area, like a quick couple of turns is no big deal. And I like your lights idea, because people will pause and like want to do pictures in front of it. And it could be like a cool Instagram thing, you know? So it doesn't have to be experience. Yes. And some of the things that I noticed when I was looking at their website, number one, there's an awesome video that you found on YouTube.
Yes.
Looks like drones flew over it. So I don't know how you guys got that done, but that should be front and center on the main website, because that video is hidden. It's not anywhere. And then
it's quick, it's energetic, it's fun.
So that is your, like,
that's your hero video.
Hero video,
Definitely.
yes. So that no photos, it should be the video, bam, right there.
Even so, I would say that's better than what we could probably do out of the gate.
Yeah.
So like literally we'd say like, you already got the tools.
Yeah, you already have it.
You're
just not presenting it correctly.
But present it.
Once he showed me the video, I'm like, oh, okay, the video should be front and center. We talked about that. Then I scrolled down to look at the socials and I clicked on all of them, and your YouTube social goes to a dead link. It does not connect from your main page. You want people to go to YouTube. Going back on your story ideas, I'm interested in repurposing, and I love everything that you sell here. And I watch Antiques Roadshow religiously because of the story, okay? The story behind the product. A few times we've been here, James has told me about signs, about metal signs versus ceramic signs. And so what I would love to know is how you came about this item, for example, or how this artist ended up here. What is the artist's story? What is this specific thing story? And that could be 30 seconds or it could be 5 minutes. People are into long form video now. If you feel like gabbing about one item for 30 minutes, then you do that and you record yourself doing it, because people will just put you on in the background on YouTube and just like go about their day. It's really good entertainment.
Viewers of YouTube are looking on TVs now, not phones, not computers. They want the long form entertainment. They want to just turn shit on and just have it go.
One day you could feature art. The next day you could feature that, what is that animal there? Is that a deer or a...
Animal.
Yeah, and talk about why you brought certain items in. Talk about the beautiful green art. Like when you told me the story of the artist, and I was like utterly fascinated. I'm obsessed with that green art. I wish I could afford it. Just telling me the story of the items that are in here and why they're in here and what they mean to you as a business owner or a business manager, that would make my heart sing. That would make me want to come in here and find that item. Like there's a beautiful statue that you guys have like one of that you just said that the owner passed away. I want to know what else he makes. I want to know where he learned his craft. I want to know why he made that piece. anything you can share about that is more endearing to me as a potential customer to you.
Story goes a long way. If you present it in a way and tell a story about it, I can be encapsulated. I don't like wine, not a fan of wine, but if I hear someone passionately talking about wine,
Yep.
I am sitting down and giving my full attention.
On that same vein, I'm obsessed with documentaries. I love them all. I don't like sports at all. I don't care for it, but I will watch a sports documentary because it's telling me the story of that golfer and how he grew up and all his hardships
Yeah.
and his caddy. You guys have unimaginable stories
History.
here. History and like learning about the stones, and they have fucking fossils here, like actual fossils with
Yeah.
like you can see the animal in there. I'm like, what? Like this is amazing. Like how awesome would that be for a little kid's birthday party
Or a big kid.
or a big kid? Like some like kids are into dinosaur stuff,
Big
but
kids.
it's like, so this is from the dinosaur time. So mommy can come in here and buy something truly unique,
Right.
not another crap that's going to be tossed away. So
You make a video of a history of an object. Okay, off camera here, we're looking at a beautiful butterfly, right? You could tell me the history of this beautiful butterfly, the design of it, and it's freaking gorgeous. But when that's sold, but now that person has that video on your website as well to go back to and go, look, here's the story of this awesome thing that I own.
Yeah.
And now you still have that as a storytelling motif in your brand story.
And also, you guys have a lot of artists that you bring in and you feature, which I absolutely love because you're
Huge.
supporting the local artist. Then the artist will share that video on his page, and then it's more promotion for you. What you guys are doing on social media, posting every day, and the way James makes the videos and the energy he has is fantastic.
It is.
I just want to see his face. I want to see Diane's face. I want to see your face in the back room. Like we even like I know that's not a sales area,
Yeah.
but just getting him on camera to like talk about a few things
Yep.
that he's working on and wants to put out. Like everybody can tell a story. Even the camera shy lady who does the design, like I would love it if James followed you around as you're putting out and organizing stuff and talk about why this makes sense and how it flows into the next thing.
Yes.
That's like free information. I know you're not crazy about it, but if you want butts in this place, you need to get on camera. Do you hate being on camera more than you love money?
And-
that's the question.
Honest truth, we didn't want to be on camera.
No.
We did this because
Yeah.
we sell when people understand who we are.
Yeah.
We are not coming off as fake people. We're not selling our
The
services
more
here.
you do it, the easier
Yeah.
it gets.
Yeah.
Like we didn't come in here to say, oh, we need to sell you a photo video package. No, you guys are already doing it.
You guys are
Like,
rocking
we're
it.
so
You're
excited
good.
for you. Like you have the beautiful video, you have the personality that loves to talk on camera, and he does an amazing job. So just use what you have, but just steer it in a slightly different direction. YouTube. Everything that goes on TikTok, everything that goes on Instagram must go on YouTube because YouTube is like, that's your Google SEO. It's gonna push it. When you type in the info for the store, it's like, we are antique, blah, blah, blah. The first
Pivotal.
The first thing that should be, we are located in St. Charles, only a block and a half away from the main street. That should be like repetitive over and over again.
Over.
Because if they see your name, great, they learn your name. But where are you? They need to remember when they're out running errands, oh, let me swing by because I saw James talking about this cool megaphone thing that you can pop your cell phone in, which is like the coolest thing that I
didn't
just
even
did.
see
That's
that.
like so awesome. You just put your cell phone in there and like you can hear it like it's amazing, So your location should be priority one above anything else. That's
Yeah.
how you get people in here.
Yeah. Your websites, your social media tells what you're doing. Get them in here because no one's going to believe this place. No one's going to believe all the hype that we're saying until they
Until
stand
you
up in
experience
here.
it, yeah.
Like I'm used to talking to the camera, and the half the time I'm just looking over here.
looking
I'm not even
around, yeah.
looking at the microphone. It's not even picking up my voice. It's that exciting.
Show it, tell a story about it, and just keep pushing socials. How many seconds do they have?
General rule of
Yep.
thumb is 6 seconds before someone says yes or no to the video, but that has changed dramatically since COVID. Google has said it's 2.9 seconds before someone says, yes, I am willing to pay attention to this or not. So your intro 2.9 seconds is the most important part of any video you have.
That's why you find something really cool and really funky and like just zoom in, click on that, because when people are scrolling, the first thing that grabs their eye, that's what's going to make them stop. And there's so many things here that you could just be like, boom. Like, you know, somebody that's into roosters, start with that plate. Hey, did you know this? And then like flip the camera to you and like talk about the rooster plate. You have no idea how many people are into freaking rooster plates. I see them on Etsy.
lot.
So get them in here on a rooster plate and they might end up buying the horse.
So,
who knows?
Education, bird's eye view, concerning yourself with the customer journey and the customer story.
Yeah. And offering something of value, whether or not that's for entertainment purposes or educational
Right.
purposes. Like you as a little kid, would you not want to see all this?
Me now.
You now. Okay, like there's
Literally
not
why I
what-
stayed here 2 hours
like,
last time.
Like every time I turn around somewhere, I'm like, oh, I got to show Jason that. You want your customers to be like, look at this thing and show their Jason, their best friend, their mom.
Okay,
you know?
last thing, because I know we're over it. Encourage people to take photos.
And tag
Encourage
you.
people to tag. Have some kind of like contest. Like every month we'll pick our favorite photo of everyone and they get 10%.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let's say you're going to run a sale. Make it really worth their while. Just go on Instagram and be like, anybody that brings a friend to the store that hasn't been here gets X amount off on their, like, that's freaking genius. Like, I would be dragging people left and right.
Say, yeah, so the experience, again, we're way over, but last part, getting people in here is the sales pitch. You get them in here, they will get other people to get in here. I left here, I told everyone I knew.
Same.
Everyone I talked to in that
Same.
next couple, like 2 weeks. Nothing else mattered in that time frame. I love the person we were here to shoot.
Yep.
Absolutely adore her.
Yeah.
Forgot we were here to do that. That's the time. Thank you so much for joining us this episode on the pitch session. We here at EO7 Media really thank you for your time and understanding that you want to be a better business. You want to be a better brand. And to do that, we evolve. We
Have to
strive.
pivot.
We have to pivot.
Most important right now in the age of AI is human contact. Go out to events, meet people like we did. I know it's super awkward to meet new people, but if you want to keep your business running, making that face-to-face contact with another human being is your number one priority.
So you can write to us at hello@eo7media.
Make sure you
.com.
follow us on all the socials. Link. And we're going to link to Industrial Treasures.
Which you need to go to. If you are in the Illinois area or anywhere around Illinois, that
Just
includes the continental US.
Make it a day trip.
Yeah.
Because they have cool art. Like, your kids will be entertained.
Bring everyone because you don't know how cool this is. The videos that we're shooting don't show it.
Doesn't do it injustice.
Does not do it justice. So come in here.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next
Bye.
time. I was very aggressive with the pen.
I know. Stop it.
What'd you say?
This is your show, lady.
This is the magic of editing, the part you never see online. Until I release all the bloopers like I do anyway.
And then I'll get my own blooper reel of me bitching and moaning, and that's going to be the highest viewed video probably, because that's how it goes. Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who to go first?
You go first.
That was anticlimactic.
All right. You want to do rock?
Yes,
paper, scissors?
definitely.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3,
You gotta
shoot.
count.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay, you go first.
Is that what the man?
And they will eventually form their own opinions about the place. And then the rest of those marketing ideas in some good success with literally everything. It's just we probably need to increase success. That's my business partner rummaging around through your store because she gets bored. Which we encourage.
And she can't resist the urge to shop. That's wonderful.
That's awesome. If you would like to rummage through our stuff.
Real quick, I'd like to touch on, and my shoe's about to fall off, and you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna be really embarrassing. So,
You're such a dork.
Diane. So the first part of this is going to be super easy because you already know all the answers.
It's crazy fun.
This is Becky's area of expertise.
Do you want to come lean over the shoulder, Becky, and say something? Big wrap up. If you would like your business, your brand represented here on the pitch session, please write to us at
blah blah at eo7.
I'll do this at home.